It's chilly. Hello and good morning and welcome to Spirit Forest. It's a cold morning. It was a very cold night. This is a part 2 video. You can watch part 1. I am trying to warm the tips of my fingers right now. You can go ahead and watch part 1 and see how that was. It is extremely windy. I don't know if you could hear the trees. Do you hear them? I need to get off this ridge. I need to get off this ridge really fast because I should have just went to campsite number 1 and not stayed at campsite number 5 because I signed up for it. No one else is camping here but me. The girl said I was crazy. I was trying to find a spot that was not so windy is what I asked the ranger station, and you could hear more about it in part 1. And she told me that none of the spots had snow on them, so I didn't bring my snow shovel. Yeah, this spot has snow on it. So do all the other spots. They all have snow on it. Some spots are up to your little bit below your knee. That's how deep the snow is. So I don't think that she was very knowledgeable in what she was telling me. She was super nice, but she really didn't know what she was saying. And I was planning on her knowing what she was saying. It feels like 2 degrees, not kidding you. Yeah, everything is cold. Like even when I was stirring my food yesterday and I put my spoon to the side, what was on my spoon froze. And then I was like, I'm gonna have chocolate. Yeah. Oh, I break my tooth. Milky Way. So note to self, cookies are where it's at. Cookies don't freeze. And they don't get hard like that. So I want to show you the place where I'm at. So I'm going to change my battery, and hopefully this next battery will last longer than this one. And we're going to go over that. I'm going to pack up really fast. I'm going to take you with me as I hike back down. But I definitely want to show you this area. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Where did I put that map? Okay, I just want to show you something that would happen last night. First of all, this is what this mat did. It was on the side of my tent. So I basically was sleeping on the ground the majority of the time. This is my other mat. I had 2 mats that I brought with me. This one has a leak in it. It is all I had at my house. And yeah, everything was at Spirit Forest, and I haven't been there yet, so I should have asked a friend if I could borrow theirs. So I was blowing this one up every 2 hours. This is a much different experience than my last backpacking experience, which that one was good. Like, I felt great. This one, I was up every 2 hours to blow this up, to rearrange it, and so forth. Now, I'm holding my camera level. Do you notice the slant of the tent? Oh my gosh, you guys, this was a challenge. This was a challenge for sure. And the wind is just coming up through here, and it's chilly. I want to show you this map before I start packing up so you can kind of see where I'm at, and you can decide if you wanted to camp here and what camping spot that you would go in. Okay, this is a 1-person tent, so it's kind of hard to film and do all this, so I'm sorry if the videography is not the best. Again, this is Golden Gate State Park. Lots of trails. In fact, one of my coworkers and I, when in my 20s, we had this hanging up by our desk, and we would highlight all the areas that we wanted to do. Currently where I am at is right here, kind of in the middle, at campsite number 5, and my car is down there. There were some more campsites up here in what's considered Forgotten Valley. And she was like, this is a prettier area to be in, is what the ranger told me. Or the girl working at the ranger. I'm not sure if she's an actual ranger or not. But anyway, it doesn't matter. This area right here that's in orange is where the hunters are allowed. So she told me, she's like, hey, you can go inside this area, but I want to let you know we just gave 8 permits today to hunters that are hunting in this area. I said no. I don't feel like being in an area where there's people shooting animals and maybe mistake me possibly for an animal or something. I just didn't want to be in that area at all. There was, what did I say, 8 or 9 people in that area? That's not that big. That's not that big at all. So they're like, she told me too, she's like, they're going to be right on top of each other. That doesn't sound like fun to me. So I was down here and I did hear one gunshot while I'm sleeping here last night. I heard a gunshot, which is really chilly. Those guys are tough, man. They're tough. Again, tons of trails all around. And then they have the campsites in the middle. Oh, there's the visitor center down there. You have to get a permit to camp here in the summertime. It's a first come, first serve. And you got to get here right when they open, and there might be a line at the door, kind of a thing, to get a camping spot here. I'm guessing in the summertime, it is much warmer. In the wintertime, I'm the only one here. And she says she usually doesn't get people camping here in the wintertime. So I think I'm like one of the first. But just wanted to kind of show you the map so you can see. I did have to pay for this camping spot. And it was $8. Ooh, you guys, look, we have sun. Yay. That's a celebration in itself right there. Just seeing the sun. I am so happy right now. Oh, okay. Sorry. Was distracted. I haven't seen sun all morning. Where was it? Oh, $18 to camp. Doesn't look like you have any benches or anything like the other campsite. And you have to have a park pass in order to use this, which is $8 a day. Or if you have a state park pass, that's $80 a year. So it is kind of spendy to be here. I'm gonna be honest, and let me look at you when I'm talking. I'm gonna close this up. I'll make you straight. Okay, I'm gonna be honest now. Last night wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I'm gonna stick one of these hand warmers in here. It was challenging. So that part's kind of fun. I like the challenge part, you know. I like challenging myself. But it was constantly rolling down the hill, you know. And I didn't like that part of it. I just didn't like that part. I know I have another hand warmer here. My hands are starting to turn white now. And I can't use my camera and my big gloves at the same time. Okay, so I was warm in my sleeping bag. Yay, to a good gear. My sleeping bag was very, very warm. I wasn't cold in my sleeping bag. This part was really cold. My nose, because I was doing this, my nose got so cold that it felt like needles on my nose, you know? So I'd have to go inside my sleeping bag, warm up my nose, and then come out again, you know? I felt like, and this is what is a lot of times what it's like when you're winter camping and you're just trying to survive, and that's kind of what I felt like last night a little bit. I did have a bunch of hand warmers. The water bottles didn't last very long at all. They really didn't. They were done by like 9 o'clock last night. So I kept them in my bag in case it was like warm in the morning and I wanted to make a nice breakfast and I had water, and well, they actually kept my sleeping bag a little cooler. So I ended up taking them out. And I just recently took them out, and they're sitting right next to me, and they already have ice crystals on them. So, Yeah, I was like in this cocoon in my sleeping bag, in my own little world. That's kind of what it's like, you know, you just kind of hunker down inside that sleeping bag. And if you're claustrophobic or anything like that, this would not be fun for you, because you literally have to be in your sleeping bag, and it's like you're living in this little tight and closed bubble. You know, can't move your legs that much, can't you move your arms that much. I was moving hand warmers around. I had 2 of the big hand warmers, and the bottom of my sleeping bag has a little pouch for a hand warmer. So that's really nice. And in fact, it's a body warmer is what I put there. That kept my feet warm all night. However, this morning, for some reason, it's supposed to be 18 hours. It did not last 18 hours. I think it lasted about 10 hours. And my feet could tell that it was done. And I was like, what's going on? And yeah, it's all hard, and it's done. There's no more warmth to that warmer. So that just kind of tells you really can't rely on those hand warmers. They're nice to have, but you can't rely on them. Make sure you have some good gear, and my sleeping bag's good gear. And I did a video on my winter backpacking gear. The gear I have right now is a little bit different, but pretty much the same stuff. So go ahead and you can click here or somewhere, I don't know, click there and view that. I will also link to it. Hopefully, if I remember, I'll link to it at the end of this video, so that way that you have it and you know what it is that I brought. Again, I was not cold, so I survived. I did very well. And I just was sliding down the mountain. I'm going to unload this tent. I don't think I'm going to have breakfast today. I just don't. I don't think I can start that stove. It's just too cold. I don't think it's going to start. A lot of times I'll put the stove in my sleeping bag, but honestly, I had all of these in my sleeping bag too. So like, I was crowded in there. I was overcrowded. So I don't think that I'm just gonna, if I eat, I'll just eat dry breakfast. It's dry oatmeal. Woohoo! Okay, I'm gonna get ready to go, and I'm gonna see you guys. I'm gonna take some pictures too, so you can kind of see what my setup is like. And thank God for this sun. Yay! I'm so happy there's sun. Maybe it'll warm me a little more. Then we're gonna hike down the trail, and if I get a chance to, and I'm out of the wind or something like that, I'll film some more too. But hopefully you still join me, and I will talk to you shortly. Oh, you know, it turns out to still be beautiful, and I stayed here for a lot longer. I think it's probably about 10 o'clock right now. And I walked around, and I listened to nature, and I shot a couple more videos for you. And so stay tuned for that. It's cold. It's very cold. The wind is piercing, you know, piercing cold. And my nose is all red. But it is really pretty. I would probably again recommend this campsite for someone looking to summer backpack. Maybe not winter because of all the wind, and the person at the ranger station said that, was it too windy? I don't have my mic on right now because everything's packed. She did say that it's always windy here. So that is something that I've learned on this trip, is that, I'm trying to shelter you from the wind a bit. What I've learned is that I need to prepare more for wind too, because this is the first one for me. Spirit Forest doesn't have a lot of wind. I'm kind of in this little valley. My last backpacking, winter backpacking I did was also in a little valley, and here I'm up on a ridge. So it's chilly. Okay, I'm gonna start heading down. Do you want to hike with me on the way down? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, there's my pack. See, it's all ready to go. It is lighter I weighed it before I left, and it's 40 pounds when I left. And what I did is I just saved 1 bottle of water, so I have water for the way home. So it's probably a little bit less than 40 pounds right now. But it's pretty good weight. I can probably get it down some more because I do have a lot of camera gear in there. Some camera gear I didn't even use. I brought the drone and some batteries and extra batteries and stuff. So it's I could have lessened it just a little bit more. But I'll keep working on that. Okay, I'm going to see you on the trail. Let's get off this ridge. It's freezing. Goodbye, campsite. Look at this. It's frozen. This was not frozen at all when I first started hiking. I had to cut through so I could get some. Ooh, it's cold. I wasn't kidding when I said it was cold. It's different than the last time. Yeah, that wind really makes a difference. Yeah, my sunglasses are in my pack somewhere. I don't want to go get them. But so we have the hood up. And the only thing I forgot was sunblock. That was it. That wasn't too bad. It's not too bad. I guess I could have had some extra hand warmers. But I think I did pretty good. I think I got this. You know, I stayed warm at night. Yeah, it was really windy and cold, but that's just the weather. So I feel that I did pretty good. Sorry, I gotta see where I'm walking. Yeah, so I think it was a success. I just don't know if I'd come here again. I think I'm ready to go into a wilderness area and backpack in there. And I think, you know, she told me there was really not a lot of snow on the trail. Yeah, there's spots, which I'm walking through right now. There's spots without snow or ice on it, but it's very rare. Most of the trail is either packed ice or ice or packed snow. And, you know, I guess a lesson is to ask more questions at the ranger station to be like, okay, when was the last time she was out there? Or when was the last time she got a report? Because it has not snowed up here in weeks. So she probably hasn't been hiking here in weeks too. So I think I said I had about 6 backpacking trips planned. I think I added a new one here recently, but we'll see. It's all going to depend on weather. But if it does happen, that will be fun. It won't be in Colorado. It will be in a different state. So maybe it will be warmer. I've only backpacked in a few other states other than Colorado. So I'm hoping for warmer. These are always challenges for me to winter camp. I like it because really, like I got the whole trail to myself now. I'm surprised there's nobody on it right now, but plus, is there someone behind me? No. But I got a lot of stuff planned here soon. And sorry, my camera's not doing so good at my selfie stick. I'm going to be skiing for 6 weeks. 6 weekends, actually. I will be skiing. I do have a snowshoeing trip planned as well. I don't really film for my skiing stuff. I just go and have a good time. I have a couple videos already of me skiing. It's hard to film skiing because I can't film myself. You know, I can film my feet. I might be able to do like a selfie while I'm skiing, but that's not really that fun either for me. So I think I will be filming my snowshoeing one. That one I'm going to be doing up in Summit County. I think that will be a lot of fun. I'm going to have a friend with me during that time. They have told me that they don't want to be on a video, which is fine. I might just video a quick video, just kind of giving you some scenery. I'm not sure exactly the trail that I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to go pretty deep in the mountain is my plan. I'll end up doing about 6 miles with my snowshoes, and yeah, I won't be carrying a pack like this, but it's still a lot of work doing the snowshoes. Uphill right now. It's funny when you have a pack on, you feel just a little bit of elevation gain, and it's just like sheet ice right now. What do you guys have planned for the winter? Do you have any plans? I find myself having to make plans, or else I just stay at home. And I do nothing. And then I get out of shape. Oh, which reminds me, I'm going to be doing some exercise videos for backpacking, like how to stay in shape, some exercises to do and such. If you're interested in those kind of videos, I'm gonna post it on my, it's not tight enough on my waist. I am gonna post it on Spirit Forest, but it's gonna be a private link. So if it's something that you wanna see, send me an email, which is in the description below, and then I'll make sure that you get included on that. And it will be, I haven't filmed them yet, but I think it's gonna be like, do these exercises for 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks, I'll post another video, say do these exercises, and it's kind of like a 3-month plan or something like that, to get you in shape to go backpacking. One of the biggest feedback I got on my woman's wilderness backpacking trips was that it was a lot harder than they thought it was going to be. Now, they didn't exercise, and they were honest with me about it. Even though I gave them some exercises, they didn't do it, and it was a lot harder. So I will be publishing those videos, and again, it's going to be a private link, so send me an email if you want to be included in that. It's like a lot of squats, a lot of walking. It's fun. It's gonna be good. It'll be good. Okay, I'm gonna continue to hike a little bit more. It's a good hike. We have reached campsite number 1, and this is the one that I recommend. It's not windy at all right now. Like, there's like no wind inside this valley. Things I wish I knew beforehand. But yeah, campsite number 1 I think is a really good one. So if you end up coming here, choose that one. It's more on the trail, but I like it because I know it's still windy up there, and right here there's like no wind at all. It's actually pretty pleasant. I'm going downhill, but I'm sliding like crazy because of all, even with my spikes on, I'm sliding, so it's like slow going. I read that sign for you, so I'll kind of tell you what that's about and kind of a little bit of the history of this area. It's kind of cool. Back in, well, that wasn't on the sign. This was on the sign earlier, but back in, I think, 1860 or something like that, this area was for, people bought up this area and they were looking for gold. I know, surprise, surprise. And gold wasn't going so well up here, so one of the guys decided that he was going to do something a little bit more profitable, and he was going to be a farmer. And so he grew, and I can't remember off the top of my head because it's on the sign down below, but I'll put it right here. This is what he grew in this area, which actually surprises me that he could grow that. And so then he went off somewhere and he got in an accident on a logging farm and got a bunch of logs fell on him. There's someone behind me. Someone's in front of me. Okay, I'm going to continue with the story, but I'm going to pass these people first. Okay, they passed. So he got trampled by a bunch of logs, and so then they auctioned off his land. But what that sign was about is that little meadow area, which is what I just walked through. That area is a place where a homesteader used to grow peas back in 1920s. He grew a bunch of peas, and he had a little daughter that was like 4 years old that would pick the peas and pull them apart. I don't know anything about growing peas, but it was really cute. A cute little story about his family and kind of what they did. And there was a bunch of bobcats in the area back in 1920, and they had to constantly kill them because they were also killing their chickens. But it was a 2-mile commute to where they needed to go. I think it was their car or whatever it may be. And so these people were in really good shape, they were talking about as well. They talked about how they had a log cabin and how the little girl would always play on the floor, and her mom would have to, ooh, this is like sheet ice. Hold on one second. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Okay. I want to be safe on that one. I saw myself busted. I got some expensive camera gear in there. Our little girl would play on the floor in the cabin, and the cabin had a dirt floor. This is before all the rules. Man. Wouldn't it be nice if I could just build a cabin? I don't need a floor. That'd be nice. But anyways, she'd play there, and her mom would constantly have to do laundry. And on any given day, on laundry day, you would see a bunch of white dresses floating in the wind, it said. It's kind of a cute story about the area here. I like it when they do that. There's been some places in Colorado that are pretty remote that I've been on that are near in Park County, which is not as popular as like this place, which is about 40 minutes or so from downtown Denver. I like it when they add these little signs, you know, and gives you a bunch of history and such. I really do. I think it's really nice. And I like to, the older I get, the more I want to learn about the history of the area that I'm in. So it really helps out. Okay, this is like sheet ice right now. Take a look at this. Is it glistening to you? That's just ice. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the camera so I can focus. I have made it all the way down to the creek area. I don't know how much I have left, maybe a quarter mile, half mile or so. But I'm gonna end the video now. But I wanted to thank you for joining me on this video. And if it's a two-part video, so if you haven't seen part one, check that out. That is me coming in and trying to find the campsite and then hike up this mountain. So I hope to see you on my next video. Some of my videos do change a bit. Sometimes I have hiking videos, sometimes I have backpacking videos, or I have videos where I'm painting. So it is all a vlog, and I invite you to join me on this adventure that I'm on. I am also building a cabin that's going to be starting, maybe, depends on when the snow melts, sometime in March or April will be the start of the cabin. So you'll be seeing a lot of videos of me building a cabin, and I'm learning that from scratch. So hope to see you on those, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.